সুপ্রিয় দর্শক, আসসালামু আলাইকুম। আজকে আমাদের বিশেষ আয়োজন ওয়াক ফর হোপ ইনিশিয়েটিভ নিয়ে আমরা আজকে আমাদের এই প্রোগ্রামে আমরা আলোচনা করব। ওয়াক ফর হোপ কি, এই বিষয়ে আমরা আপনাদেরকে কিছুক্ষণের মধ্যে আমরা জানাচ্ছি, এবং এই বিষয়টি নিয়ে আলোচনা করার জন্য তিনজন অতিথি আমাদের সঙ্গে আছে অলরেডি স্টুডিওতে, আরও যোগ দিবেন এসে ইনশাল্লাহ। বাট ফার্স্ট আপনাদের আমরা কল নেওয়া হয়তো সম্ভব হবে না, বাট আপনাদের মন্তব্য কিংবা প্রশ্ন কিংবা কোনো কমেন্ট থাকলে আপনারা আমাদের সঙ্গে শেয়ার করতে পারেন। বিভিন্ন সময় টিভির স্ক্রিনে আপনারা কীভাবে শেয়ার করতে হবে সেই ইমেল অ্যাড্রেস ইত্যাদি এগুলো পাবেন। বিলম্ব না করে আসুন আমার অতিথির সঙ্গে পরিচয় করে দেই। ফার্স্ট অফ অল, অন মাই ভেরি লেফট আইভ গট এ young man, sports teacher Abdul Ahmed. Abdul Ahmed, welcome to our show.
Assalamu alaikum.
And I'm also joined by a familiar face, Khairul Shahid, London and Southeast Regional Manager for HRF. Walaikum salam. And Faisaluddin, Youth and Community Worker. Welcome.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you.
Khairul, can I start with you? What is this Walk for Hope? You're walking from London.
Yeah. First of all, thank you. I know it was the last minute that we approached you, and that's another hope.
Well,
when you agreed to come, that was a hope.
This is how I become part of Walk for Hope.
That's right.
I wouldn't walk to Cambridge.
That's what I said. It's to give hope to our brothers and sisters in Syria, Lebanon, and Turkey that Ramadan is coming. Every one of us here and the audience that are watching, everyone is doing their shopping. But those who lost everything in 6th of February during the earthquake, they lost everything. They lost their daughter, they lost their husband, they lost their business and house and everything. So we, as a community activist, we from Human Relief Foundation and the brothers, especially Brother Faisal and Brother Abdul and Brother Anam, who joined us, and another brother from Luton, Imran, they came out with this idea and they said, do you know what, let's do something. Not just to feed people, but also to encourage people so that walking is good for you. So
you are effectively aiming to walk from London to Cambridge?
From East London Mosque to Central Mosque in Cambridge.
That beautiful
Eco-mosque.
award-winning
That's
mosque.
right.
Right.
Yes.
And how long is that distance?
It's 52 miles.
And how long do you think you're going to take?
It says, Google Sheikh said it's 21 hours, but our aim is to finish within 24 hours.
Within 24 hours.
Yes.
So are you going to take any break or not?
Yes, the brothers will tell you, but to answer your question, we have 4 stops.
4 stops, right. Okay. Who do you want to participate in this?
So why?
Who would you expect to participate? It's a long walk.
It's a long walk, or myself I'll be doing it as well. Although
you look athletic, fit, but if you ask me, walking, did you say 51 miles, yeah?
Yes.
Walking 5.1 mile is near impossible for me, let alone 51 miles.
Well, I may look it, but as people say, never judge a book by its cover. So I've got many injuries, but alhamdulillah, I'm ready to go. I'm eager to do this, take up on this challenge. It's for young people, people who are very active. Obviously it's not going to be easy. We know that. So, but we're prepared to take this challenge. And the reason we're taking this challenge on it because there are a lot of people that I've seen it with my own eyes that they lost everything within 45 seconds of their life. So, home's been destroyed, livelihood's been destroyed. They lost their mother, they lost their father, they lost a child, they lost a husband, they lost their wife. So everything just gone.
So they are exposed to hardship. And when I say hardship, I don't mean just financial or not having a home and so on. They've embraced hardship that one could not possibly imagine being able to bear. But yet millions of people, or at least tens of thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people are exposed to it. So I presume what you are trying to do is get out of your comfort zone and do something that really tests your endurance.
Of course, you will do. You test us to the max, and test of our health ability. How much my leg can take as well. I suffer from a slip disc, and I've got a really bad knee with severe arthritis. But I'm prepared to do it because I know for a fact, whatever I do is going to be very minimal
compared to
what they're going through.
Abdul, there are so many ways to help people. Why are you going for such a long walk?
We've been active and we've been doing stuff in the sports field for many years to raise money for charity. And for me, who someone works in this field, charity and sports comes together because you can use both to betterment of society.
Come on, 51 miles walk is not a sport, is it? It's been crazy.
You believe it or not, lots of people walk that every weekend.
I do know friends who walk 20, 25 miles every weekend, but
you know, it's a challenge, and like we say, we're up for a challenge. We're part of Hamlet's Hike and Trek Club, where we go to the Peak District. We've been to Wales, Isle of Man, and we trek and we do it. So this will test us, no doubt. As Faisal mentioned, look, we're not under any impression that it's going to be easy. We know it's going to be a task, but we are ready. You guys always give us support. Our family and friends are always supporting us. So we're looking forward to it. And as I said, Hamlet's Hike and Trek Club, we do this trekking, and we like to fundraise for charities through trekking.
And I mean, I suppose you're not threatened, and the heat isn't going to be. There hardly is going to be any heat, and it's a relatively pleasant walk compared to some of the hardship that people you are hoping to help going through. This is, almost like a walk in the park.
Absolutely, you can never compare. Like, these brothers have just come back from Turkey just a few weeks ago. You can never compare our, 17 hours walk to those who have lost homes, who've lost businesses, who've lost loved ones, who had dreams and they've collapsed overnight. You can never compare that, and I think it's incomparable. But we're doing what we can within our abilities. Like I say, we've done events before. We're involved in sports. We like to say we're fit, but we all have, injuries and old age and everything else is catching up. But, we're determined. We want to do something. We want to make a change, and hopefully we can raise a good amount of money to provide food packs for Ramadan.
When is this?
Next Saturday morning.
So not in 2 days, but the week.
Yes.
Saturday. A week on Saturday.
That's right. Yes.
Right, and you mentioned earlier it's roughly about 24 hours. So you're going to take in one day.
That's right. So Saturday morning we are thinking to leave around 2 o'clock in the morning, and our aim is to pray Isha in Central Mosque.
Okay, so you leave 2 a.m.
That's what we are planning.
About 2-3 hours before Fajr.
That's right. So
Right.
our intent, we have already told. So our many brothers who are maybe watching from Enfield area, they came when the last TB appeal from Jalaliya Masjid in Enfield. They gave us £7,000.
Oh,
so
mashallah.
we text them to say we will leave 2 o'clock from East London Mosque, but our aim is to pray Fajr in there. So anyone in this area, please come and join us. And anyone watching from Cambridge, they are also helping us. The 3 mosques, we have contacted them. We told everyone to collect money for us, and especially the Central Mosque is arranging food for us, for everyone that going, and inshallah they are happy to receive us as well.
Excellent. And how many people are we expecting?
Well, our target was to get about maximum 10 people.
Maximum 10?
Maximum.
Oh, there's 3 of you here.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I don't know if the other guy's going to do it or not, but that's the aim. But we don't want too many, because what it is, obviously, like we said, it's not going to be easy. So we don't want to be burdened with people who are going to slow us down. So we need to pick up pace as soon as we start. So it's going to be a long walk. So hence why we're not taking anybody and everybody. People who've been walking for a long time, people who are runners, for example, people love running. So
I've
those are
just
the kind
been
of
doing
people.
25-30 miles quite frequently.
So those are the kind of people that we're looking for. So we're reaching out to people. There's still a few places left as well.
Okay, brilliant. And
On that note, you see, since we went live last week, many people are saying they want to join us. But because it's a short notice, we cannot assess them if they will be able to. So we don't want to, not in a bad way, but we don't want to take people that will delay us to reach Cambridge, or say they reach Cambridge 7 o'clock and they're not coming, then they're holding us.
I mean, the point is, if you take somebody, you have responsibility to them and
Absolutely.
to others.
That's right, yes.
And you need to make sure there are a lot of preparations that you need to put
Absolutely,
in place.
yes.
If somebody might faint, for example,
Yeah.
do you have the arrangement to respond
That's
to
right,
that?
yeah.
So you can't really do at such a short notice.
So we do have trained first aid trainer with
No,
us.
I understand. So,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you need to. I mean, if you've got one first aid trainer, there's only so many you can take with you.
Yeah.
So if you don't have time, you can't plan.
No.
Abdul, the 4 stops I understand you have
Yep.
planned, right? How long will those stops be?
Look, we've planned it. You know, we took part, myself and Anamba, who's going to join us in a bit. We previously took part in a walk where some of our brothers from Luton, they walked from Luton to London, and we joined them on that halfway through, and they've done an amazing job, and they raised lots of money for charity.
Luton to London, how long is that?
That was around 31, 32 miles.
Right, okay.
So, look, it's possible. We've got stops planned. We've been speaking to them. They've been very helpful, Luton Lions, in terms of giving us advice. So even speaking to them this morning, we're planning our stops. And you know, these events, you plan, but you go by ear. You know, we've got a target where we want to try and do 3 to 4 miles in an hour in the first 20 miles, and then after it will slow down because, you know, the body will get tired and so on and so forth. So the first 20 miles is crucial for us. And the way we've planned our stops is to give us enough break in between them times. So the first break is, as Shahid Bhai was saying, at 10 miles in Enfield. And then after that, we're breaking every 10 miles.
So these breaks that you planning, of course, a lot will depend exactly how thing goes. But let's go to come to you. These breaks that you have planned, are they at? Let me take a call and then I'll come to you. Assalamu alaikum. क्या बोलते हैं? कुत्ते बोलते हैं. Assalamu alaikum caller.
হ্যালো আসসালামু আলাইকুম আমি
Assalamu alaikum caller.
দিয়েছি ইউআরতে
No, it's she wants to donate.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your call. But let's come back to you. You've got plan. Are there in a, for example, in a specific venue, or just?
Yeah, no, not venues, but like I said, from the beginning, it will be the mosque that we want to play.
So you're starting from East London
Mosque.
First break is where? Enfield in a mosque?
Enfield in a mosque.
Jalaliya Jama
Jama
Masjid.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the plan, to pray Fajr Salah. Then afterwards,
You pray Fajr in Jalaliya Jama
yeah,
Masjid. Okay.
yeah, that's our initial plan. So hopefully we'll make it there to pray over there. And then the other breaks will be in between service stations and places like that. Yeah, so we can have a comfort break as well at the same time. So obviously it's not going to be easy. Then obviously we've got to bear that in mind, the Salah time going to come as well. The Zuhur Salah, Asr Salah as well that we need to pray. So obviously as Musafir we may be able to combine. I'm not sure that we'll have to get fatwa on that one.
Yeah, you can. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Carry on. But obviously you got to take a group decision. That's it.
Yeah. So I mean, Shahid Bhai will be waiting for us in the service station. But if there's anything that we need, with him, like we said, there's a first aider as well. If there's any injuries that we pick up or anything like that, we need a bit of massage or anything like that. There's a very good brothers joining us as well. So I think I don't think we've got a bulletproof system in place, but however, we managed to cover all angles to making sure that we are all safe as well. We have to look after ourselves as well.
Of course.
Yeah, so we made sure that every angle is covered. You know.
Okay. And Shahid Bhai, the breaks that you're taking at different places, can people turn up there to show support?
Yeah, this is what we did, and that's why we are like I said, Jalaliya Masjid, we text everyone in the Enfield area. So another stop, the second stop, we are trying to.
So the brave ones can come to East London Mosque to say bye-bye to you.
Yes.
Well, for some it might be just a perfect timing because they probably don't go to sleep until. So the people can come and cheer you up at East London Mosque.
Absolutely.
It is an awkward hour for some people, but you can. So that would be Friday night. After the Friday finishes,
yes,
early morning Saturday.
Yeah. Right. You see, what our intention, going back to your first question, why we're doing it. Yes, we are doing to feed people as well, but we were also thinking 53 people lost their life, 53,000 people. And
it's still rising.
And we wanted to have some qari with us so that for these 20 hours they can read Quran and make dua. Our intention it was in a very different way of those who lost. So we thought we will invite some imam to come and make dua and then we leave. But obviously because of the time we are leaving. Going back to your question, can people come? Already people are coming. Like we got more than 18 sponsors in your screen.
I'll come to the sponsors.
No, I'm just saying, to answer your question, people are not just coming, they're donating, they're giving money from their businesses. So it's a great welcoming for us, and it's a great boost for us to see that people are interested. Why the way you're asking is amazing.
Okay. How are you raising funds?
Well, we've already, through the sponsors, we collected some money because obviously there's cost involved.
What do you mean sponsors? And how do they sponsor? Or
Well, we initially we targeted 10 businesses to sponsor all the things that we need, the logistics side of it. But alhamdulillah, we managed to get 15 sponsors, main sponsors. Then we got, there's 2 packages. One was the main sponsor package, and then we had a smaller sponsor package. I think we got another 10 in there. Okay, so through that, basically, we're covering the logistic of everything.
And then is it too late for people to sponsor if there are anybody else interested?
No, it's never too late. It's never too late. They can still sponsor. They can go towards the food packs as well.
Right.
So we also got a launch good page that we've created. So through that link, people can donate as well. And we're also doing some mosque collection as well, starting from tomorrow. So that's how we, inshallah, plan to raise the money.
You know, one of the things with fundraising is we always try while we're doing our challenges, is to educate and is to make people aware also. So part of this journey is not just about raising the funds, but we're going to be meeting people on the way, and we will educate people and make people aware why we're doing it and what we're doing it for. So hopefully we'll be going through, you know.
So when you say you'll be meeting people on the way, who do you meet? Where do you meet them?
You know, when we've done these walks before, you go through a town and you see people and they will ask a question. You stop and you talk to them for 2 or 3 minutes. I'll give you a prime example. We were in
Isle of Wight.
Isle of Wight. We were in Isle of Wight and we were trekking. And we came down and a couple were there walking their dogs, and they were asking us, "Oh, you guys got nice jumpers on. What you doing and where you from?" So we started talking and we explained to them we're raising money for education purposes in the school. And believe it or not, they took £20 out of their pocket and gave it to us.
So you would be dressing up in a way that would kind of make a statement that we are in a special mission.
Yeah, I mean, we've got our HRS jumpers on now.
Yeah, but if you go like this, you look like an ordinary man. You might just be walking there.
No, but when you walk in 2s and 3s, and you've people can tell that you're doing something.
The hoodies we will be wearing next Friday, it will say "Walk for Hope."
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I think it will be. I think if you give a shout to those who.
I think also we've got flags, Turkey flags as well that we'll be covering.
So it would have something like this. What we have on the screen.
yeah,
Walk for
yeah.
Hope. Yeah. Okay.
Walk for Hope.
And we'll be carrying the Turkey, Syria, and Lebanon flags on our backpacks.
Yes. What I'm trying to get into is that you would not be walking like we go on everyday walk. It should look It would look somewhat different.
Of course it would.
Which hopefully will draw attention from people as well.
Naturally, when you walk in and obviously we've got a support vehicle and we're stopping in different places, they'll have the bucket collections and kind of so people can donate on the way. And we've got a social media. We've got Imran, who's in Luton, who's our guru for social media. And he will be posting and tagging in communities and the sponsors along the way. So hopefully people come out and support and join, be part of this Walk for Life, because not just walking, you can donate and be part of it. You're presenting tonight, you're being part of it.
Well, I'll take that credit if you give it to me. Shoaib bhai, tell us, how can people participate? I mean, they can't join the walk necessarily because late.
One example, like Brother Imran told his circle of people. So he's got about 15-20 people. They will join us. They will walk with us for 15-20 minutes, and they will allow us to move on. So that's how, whenever we are passing through a town, people can come and join us and give us salam and hello, and we'll have
So people can, that's the point I was trying to get earlier. So people can join you at various places.
That's right, yes.
And they can give you some encouragement, and hopefully...
We'll have our card machine with us. If someone wants to donate, contribute through card machine, or we'll have our coin bucket with us.
So even when you're on the move, people can donate online, using cards, and of course in cash.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And if somebody wants to donate even now, how do they do it? You say, I think one of you mentioned there's a just
there's a Launch Good page.
Launch Good, yes.
Launch Good page is launchgood.com/walk for life.
Walk for Hope.
Walk for Hope, sorry. launchgood.com/walk for hope. That's on Launch Good. Again, if you go on HRS social media pages, Voice of White social media pages, and our social media pages, you will see.
Don't tell us the social media pages. Where can they go?
Voice of White, what's your social?
Mine, Facebook. I've got my posters and links in there as well.
All right. Okay. Let's stick to HRF for the time. You can go to HRF.
If you go to HRF page, you will find everything.
So what's HRF Facebook page?
www.hrf.org.uk.
That's your website.
That's right,
But
yeah.
if they go to
They will see.
At
or our
hrf.org.
yeah.
At
or
HRF.
people can just do Human Relief Foundation, search it online
Yeah.
on Google, and I'm sure you'll
Yeah.
find it.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure when we go off here, you can give us a shout as well.
of course we can. Why not? And the other thing is, it's really important also that all of us who are on social media, we can spread the message as well, isn't it?
Of course. It's in the fingertip, as people say. Nowadays, it's all about social media to create awareness and raise awareness for people. And it's so easy to do. I mean, once the poster was ready for us, we kind of spread it to all our contacts. And obviously, you won't believe this. I had a message from Ghana the other day. As a brother contacted me, and he was wishing me all the best. And I'm thinking, wow, the power of social media travel all the way to Ghana. It's amazing how far it can reach to people.
So people can share the social media page.
Yeah,
People can share the Launch Good link.
of course.
People can share it on WhatsApp.
Yes, of
I mean,
course.
some of us, not everybody is celebrity like Shahid Bhai.
Yeah, and of course
But
not.
even then,
Yeah.
those who are not celebrity, we still have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 friends, followers, and so on. So you
Of
can
course.
really, I think the point I'm trying to make is that you may not be able to join the work. You may not even be able to contribute financially, although I do think that we all should make an effort to contribute whatever we can. But we all can spread the message to other people, our friends, our colleagues, our network within the social media, and so on.
Absolutely. If someone is watching from London and they're not someone in Luton or Bishop Stratford or Enfield, they can just say, listen, I just saw this show, or I just came aware of this. Brothers are walking through your town. Why don't you join them?
Right.
You know, it's not all about giving money. Like, listen, you sacrificed your evening, and we are very grateful to that. And
thank you.
We must also mention TB1
Yes.
for giving us the airtime to make people aware that what we are trying to do.
And of course, you guys giving up your time a
Yeah.
lot more than some of us give.
Yeah.
So,
And all the people that I'll request before we go for a break. I know you're gonna go.
I'm going to go for a break. So
If we can just mention the all those people who donated already through our sponsoring. If you can first of all mention them, that would be really good.
Well, alhamdulillah, like I said, we got quite a few people who've sponsored us as well.
So main sponsors. Let's start with them.
Yeah,
Start with
let's
them.
start with them.
main sponsors. So if I can remember from top of my head, is Ottoman Donor, one
Right.
of them. Yep. Kari Bazaar, Quality Food, Fatima Food Bank, Compass Group,
London Tigers.
London Tigers. Sorry,
No worries. We'll cover the other ones.
UK.
Mm.
Launch Good.
Jalaliya Jama Masjid, you said
Compass, Vantage, Mohammedan, and Paul and Simon.
Yeah, Paul Simon.
Paul Simon. Fatima Food Bank you mentioned.
Yeah, and
Al-Baraka.
Al Baraka.
Al Baraka and Boutique Tal, Anamba's brother,
Yeah,
who's with the first
yeah,
aid
right,
as well.
yeah.
Okay.
And Hawk and Eagles.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you.
And many from Luton as well. We can mention them after the break.
সুপ্রিয় দর্শক, আপনারা দেখছেন কমিউনিটি ম্যাটার। আজকে আমরা ওয়াক ফর হোপ নিয়ে আলোচনা করছি। লন্ডন ইস্ট লন্ডন মসজিদ থেকে ক্যামব্রিজ সেন্ট্রাল মস্ক পর্যন্ত মোর দেন 51 মাইলস আমাদের বাইরে তারা হাঁটবেন, এই আশায় যে আমরা সকলে তাদের এই উদ্যোগে অনুপ্রাণিত হব। আমরা টার্কি, সিরিয়া, লেবানন এই অঞ্চলের যে মানুষগুলো খুব করুণ অবস্থায় এখন আছে, তাদের প্রতি আমাদের অ্যাওয়ারনেস বাড়বে এবং তাদেরকে রামাদান ফুড প্যাক প্রোভাইড করার জন্য আমরা এগিয়ে আসব। একটি ছোট্ট বিরতি নিচ্ছি, তারপর আমরা এই বিষয়গুলো নিয়ে আরও বিস্তারিত আলোচনা করব। ততক্ষণ পর্যন্ত আমাদের সঙ্গেই থাকুন। আল্লাহ হাফিজ। সুপ্রিয় দর্শক, আসসালামু আলাইকুম। আপনারা দেখছেন কমিউনিটি ম্যাটার্সের বিশেষ আয়োজন ওয়াক ফর হোপ। আমাদের আজকের এই অনুষ্ঠানটাতে আমরা আমাদের কিছু ভাইয়েরা তারা ইস্ট লন্ডন মসজিদ থেকে কেমব্রিজ সেন্ট্রাল মস্ক 51 মাইলের চেয়েও বেশি দীর্ঘ রাস্তা তারা পায়ে হেঁটে যাবেন। রাত 2টায় শুক্রবার দিন গিয়ে শনিবার আর্লি মর্নিং রাত 2টায় তারা ইস্ট লন্ডন মসজিদ থেকে যাত্রা শুরু করে হোপিং যে এশার নামাজ তারা কেমব্রিজ সেন্ট্রাল মসজিদে গিয়ে পড়তে পারবেন। এটা একটা বিরাট বড় একটা কমিটমেন্ট। তো কেন তারা এই কমিটমেন্ট, এই ধরনের একটি উদ্যোগ নিল এবং এটা থেকে তারা কি অ্যাচিভ করতে চাচ্ছে সেই বিষয় নিয়ে আমরা আলোচনা করছি। পাশাপাশি আমরা আলোচনা করছি যে আপনারা যারা দেখছেন আপনারা কিভাবে এটাতে অংশগ্রহণ করতে পারবেন। How can you participate and support this initiative? A lot of ideas has already come. They have, you can go to HRF. You can go to HRF and on their website you'll find details about this initiative, including links to their social media page. There is a LaunchGood page, launchgood.com/walk for hope. You will see walk for hope sign on the screen as well. So you can go to LaunchGood and you can donate. We'll find out more detail about timing and the places, but the places they will be passing through, you can go there and cheer them up. For example, when they start from East London Mosque, as long as you're there before 2 a.m., you can wish them well, you can greet them, you can set them off. Similarly, they are hoping to pray Fajr at Jalaliya Jame Masjid. You can join them at a Fajr prayer. What a wonderful way to pray Fajr and also be part of a great work. Similarly, they'll go through various other places that you can join them in. Right. Abdul, let's come to you. It's about you, so I better stop talking. We were talking about sponsors. Tell us about some of the prominent supporters who are supporting you.
You know, we've got some of the biggest companies, organizations in our community who always come out when we ask for support and financial help. They always come out, and we're grateful because, you know, these events need that. To do any event, the logistical elements, you know, the first aid, the planning takes a lot of time and effort, and obviously money involved in that. So just to get the challenge up and running before we raise a £1 for anyone, we need to make sure that we can do that from a HR point of view. They can cater.
You have to be able to deliver it, isn't it?
Exactly. So you know, this came out at last minute, and this is something we want to do this year, and hopefully we can repeat this once a year, because we've got a lot of people who are saying this year is probably a bit soon for them to take it up, but they want to work towards it for next year. And we know over lockdown and over the last year, a lot more people have taken up walking. It's been one of the most popular pastime now since lockdown, and people enjoy it. So why not use that enjoyment and do something good for those who are less fortunate than us?
Right. So we know you will start at East London Mosque, and we know that you will pray Fajr. Well, the plan, inshallah, you'll pray Fajr at Jalaliya Jame Masjid. We also know that you're hoping, inshallah, you'll be able to pray Isha prayer at Cambridge Mosque. So these three places people can come. East London Mosque, Friday night, 2 a.m. Before 2 a.m. You would set off at 2 a.m. So they can come there if they are able to. They can join, they can cheer you, they can walk for a bit with you. Jalaliya Jama Masjid, they can come and join for the Fajr prayer, and they will find you. They can walk with you if they want. They can cheer you up. And they can join you in Cambridge Mosque for Isha prayer. What about in between? Where else would you be?
So, I mean, in terms of the route, my brother Abdul and Enam who have finalized the route. In terms of people, how will they find us? That we'll be doing, for example, Facebook Live. We'll be doing that. We'll be tweeting as we go along past different towns. We'll be doing Snapchat. Your Instagram pages will be updated.
So there will be live updates.
Yeah, there definitely will be doing live updates because we got somebody from Luton who's
And
our
would you
brother.
be sharing, say, for example, Google location share?
Yeah, of course. We'll be using Strava as well at the same time. Yeah, so those are the kind of stuff that we'll be using, so people can also follow us. So it's not to say that we're going to be restricted on telling people not to follow us, but we want people to follow us.
Of course you do.
Yeah, so the more people that see, it generates more interest in this as well. It's just we're not just targeting the Muslim community, we're targeting all walks of life. So anybody can support us, anybody can join us, cheer us up. Obviously, as we go just outside of London, different towns will go past it. There will be a lot of non-Muslim people. We want the people to join us as well. Not only that, from the Wood Green area, that we know a mayor over there. I can't remember. He came to one of our show last time. He's also supporting this cause as well, but he's Turkish himself. So obviously we're hoping the Turkish community is going to be coming us when we go past Wood Green, places like that as well. So there will be so many, as you know, the life of social media. This will create a lot of awareness from one person to another. You'll work like a wildfire, and that's what we're hoping to achieve.
Abdul, how do people keep track of you if they want to follow you and see where you are and want to join you?
Through our personal network, obviously we have our personal Facebook, Instagram pages, which our personal contacts will follow. But generally, you can log on to HRF's page, and you have everything on the HRF
website.
HRF website, HRF Instagram page, HRF Facebook page.
But they can find all of those on HRF
Absolutely.
website.
Yeah. And just to give you a quick point, the first stop is obviously in Enfield. Our second stop will be in Hereford. The third stop, those who are in Buntingford, in that area.
What is that?
Buntingford is just before Royston.
Right. Okay.
About 10 miles before Royston.
Right. Anyway, whoever wants to join you, they'll probably know where it is.
Our fourth stop is in Royston itself, and then our fifth stop is in Cambridge, just before we reach the mosque, inshallah, just to give us that final energy boost before we sprint to the finish.
Right. And so let's talk a little bit about what is it that you are supporting.
Okay, so we basically providing Ramadan food pack.
And what is this Ramadan food pack?
Okay, Ramadan food pack will contain the basic essentials of people to break their fast. So each pack is starting from £60. And obviously things are quite expensive at the moment. And
so each pack would be for a family of four, for
4 to 5 family members.
Family members
that
for
will
a
last
week, for a month?
For a month.
For a month.
For
okay.
a month. That's the aim.
So one food pack will provide the essentials to break fast and so on for a family of 4 or 5 for a month.
That's right, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And you'd be distributing them where?
In Turkey, Syria and Lebanon.
Any particular area of in Turkey or all over?
Well, it will be mostly in the earthquake-affected area. Where we went a few weeks ago, we went to Gaziantep. I can't pronounce the name, to be honest.
Gaziantep, yeah?
Gaziantep, we went there, but the earthquake-affected area, I can't pronounce the area, so we've been there. So
yeah, the border, Turkey, southern Turkey, Turkey and Syrian border region and that area.
So those are the places go. But what while we were there, we were told the Syrian situation is critical.
Yeah.
Hardly any aid is going through. Any rescue is taking place because obviously there's issues. Borders not opening up, and a lot of people are very reluctant to go over there for obviously political reasons and the war-torn country. So we're trying to provide with the people that we have in the ground. They're going to try and push that for us over there.
And you're also supporting people in Lebanon. Why Lebanon?
Right. Don't forget, Lebanon also been affected by the earthquake as well. People don't realize that. I think people because
well, it's on the same region.
Exactly, but I think people are hearing Turkey and Syria most of the time.
Yeah, because I have not seen any news clip that covered Lebanon.
Yeah. Now we've been told while we were on the ground, we were told Syria, Lebanon, both they've been affected mainly in that area.
And just to add to the food packs, to give you an example of what's in the food packs, we've got a list here. Sugar, rice, lentils, cooking oil, olive oil, ghee, mortadella, jam, beans, canned chickpeas, tea, flour, cheese, dates, cream cheese, so pasta, things that people is long
So
life.
it's not just for iftar, but everything essentials in Ramadan, essential food
Absolutely.
items for Ramadan.
Absolutely, for suhoor and for iftar. And don't forget, these guys, most of these guys where the food packs have been delivered, they're going to be in tents now. They're going to be in sheltered tents. So for them, this is going to be their lifeline, to have iftar, to have suhoor. And this might be the only food that they have. Some of these families who are in these needs.
So people who want to support, they can obviously support any amount, whatever they can.
Absolutely.
But they can also sponsor individual food packs.
Yes, so one food pack is £60. You're more than welcome to sponsor more than one food pack. But if you want to contribute towards one, we've got lots of people giving £10, £20, £30. It all adds up. What we want to do is get as many food packs out for Ramadan, which is in 2 weeks now. And the reason why doing it now is we want to try and raise the money so it can be sent, the items purchased.
You don't need to explain. It's very close. We've got 2 weeks or less.
Literally.
14 days left, yeah.
So this is what we'll do. And, Faisal Bhai spoke about the situation. We still see the clips and stuff of what's happening now, people being pulled up and so on and so forth. But, the second phase of any disaster is what happens next. People now are, okay, we're good 2 weeks into it, 3 weeks into it. What happens now? Shelter. What happens thereafter? They need security, they need food. And especially at a time when Ramadan comes through, we can't let these people not have iftar and suhoor.
You've been to that region.
That's right, yeah.
This food pack doesn't sound much when you think from London. Mm-hmm. But how important or what sort of impact will a food pack have on those?
It will have a serious impact because while we were there, because remember, these people have lost everything. They got nothing, not even a cooking pot, not even a stove to cook on. So they're living from a tent or a government building.
And we're talking about millions of people.
Exactly, tens of thousands of people, exactly. And so while we were there, we managed to arrange a soup kitchen where we cooked over
I saw some of the pictures.
Yeah, over 10,000 meals a day. So we took part in that as well. So can you imagine somebody to cook something, they don't even have a pot. So, this will be a means for them to at least cook something for themselves while staying in a tent. Because that's the condition they're in at the moment. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult.
And the likelihood these people will remain in the tents, not just Ramadan, long after Ramadan, they're going to be remaining in these tents because for infrastructure and stuff to clear and build around them, it's going to take a long, long time. So this will be their home for a good temporary time. So not just for Ramadan. Ramadan is obviously the next phase. We're also thinking about what happens thereafter Ramadan.
But this one is focusing, supporting in Ramadan.
Obviously the first part where we've done the emergency relief aid, where we've done the fundraising here. This is the second phase where we're trying to raise food packs for Ramadan. And then obviously we will think about third and fourth phases, inshallah.
Right, okay. And what sort of response have you got?
Alhamdulillah, from the very first day of the fundraising, not just this one, when we went to Turkey, Alhamdulillah, the response has been outstanding, we must say. The Ummah in the UK, we pulled together, and believe me, we've witnessed it. Within few days, we raised over £20,000. Within few days, a lot of mosques that we approached, they give us a collection. Even to our one, people actually came to us to say, can you do a collection in our mosque for your Ramadan food pack? So we're going to start from tomorrow. We're going to do a collection tomorrow. So we slowly pushing the pages at the moment. But obviously we want to try and reach the target as much as we can. But we want to raise on the day as much as we can. Obviously when people see that we're doing it live, when we do the Facebook Live and other social media, people might entice them, say, you know what, let's give them a boost, let's donate. And that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, so imagine you can't walk 51 miles, but you can contribute 51 food boxes or
Absolutely.
one food box, whatever you can afford. The point to remember is that this food pack that they will receive would often be the only source of meal they will have for most of them. And it may be the only proper meal they might also have for many of them. So the least we can do, the least we can we can do to show our empathy, our solidarity to everyone affected in this devastating earthquake. And for some people, this comes on the back of already a dire state of affairs. Those on the borders with Syria, inside Syria, they've been living through hell for over a decade now. And this is just the latest in a series of catastrophic events that has affected them. And if nothing else, if not for them, out of gratitude to Allah that we are not among them, we have not been tested in the way that some of them are, at least to show that gratitude, we should really, really come forward. Right, we don't have a huge amount of time. So I just want to pick how people follow you again, for two reasons. One, a lot of them probably has forgotten what they've heard at the beginning, and they probably thought we would tell them again at the end anyway, so they're going to make a note. So how can they follow you to keep a track of how this initiative is coming along? So
definitely the point of contact would be going through Human Relief Foundation. So you can go to Human Relief Foundation on their
hrf.org.uk.
Yep, on their website, and that will have a link to everything that we're doing, the fundraising page. But also on social media, if you just search HRF, Human Relief Foundation, on Facebook, Instagram, you will get regular feed, live feeds, where we are, what we're doing, how much we've raised, what we need. And, it's going to be a challenge. We're looking forward to it. There's going to be a lot of tears. There's going to be a lot of pain. But we're determined, inshallah. Anamba has just joined us here now behind the stage. We're determined, and we're looking forward to taking part in the challenge on Saturday.
Right. And I can see some young faces. It's been good to bring them, but we don't have time at the moment. How can they follow you?
They can follow.
Yes, they can go to HRF, but tell us how they.
They can follow me.
So can they follow you? Can they follow your live feed through a HRF website?
They can.
Yeah.
They can. Definitely, they can. Yeah. So obviously, whatever we'll do will be through the official Facebook page of HRF, and obviously, I will be doing my own Facebook live as well, time to time, not all the time.
Well, you need to focus on keeping your energy and walking.
So they can follow definitely.
Yeah. We've got Imran from Luton who's joining us. He's very good on his social media. Alhamdulillah, a very blessed brother, who's given his time to help the cause here. And he will be putting up pictures, he will be putting up clips, where we are, where we're going next, the time frame, and where we're going to get to next. So we'll give people ample time to take part. And like I say, as a minimum, as you've mentioned a number of times, the minimum we're asking people to do is to donate what they can, whether it's one food pack or a contribution towards a food pack. That's the minimum we're asking.
And let's just recap some of the things we know. I know 2 a.m. in East London Mosque, for most people, it would be very, very late. But you can turn up, why not come and cheer them up? We know that they're going to be, inshallah, for Fajr, they will be at Enfield Jalaliya Jame Masjid, a beautiful mosque in a beautiful part of the city. You can turn up, join them, and if nothing else, Enfield's got some fantastic breakfast place. Cheer them up, set them off, and after Fajr, you can go and enjoy, some of those meal, and remember, you can remember the blessings that you have. And we know they will receive a fantastic welcome at Cambridge Mosque, inshallah, around or just before Isha, if all goes well. So if you are in those places, why not plan now to be there? So that's number one. Also, it's really important that you make dua for these brothers so that they are able to do this and that Allah accepts their effort. And then, of course, make a donation, whatever you can. Cost of living crisis is hitting us hard, all of us. But despite all of our hardships, most of us are among some of the richest people statistically in the world. And so we should be able to, inshallah, find means and ways to support those affected in Cambridge. And then do not underestimate the power of your network. Spread the message to your family, to your friends, even the strangers who follow you on Facebook. You do not know who is going to be influenced when by what? Right. So it's on 18th, isn't it?
18th, yep.
So
Saturday the 18th.
we've got roughly about 9 days.
Yep.
Do you have anything else planned in between to encourage people, raise awareness, and so on?
Well, every day we're on social media. We're trying to update people. As we were sitting here, we're also messaging other groups that we're part of. Through that, we were, like Abda was saying, there's a couple of people who shown express interest that they want to be part of this. So continuously we've been doing this, and we're going to be continuously doing it leading up to on a Saturday as well. And again, if you allow me a couple of seconds, I just want to mention the sponsors as well, please, because without them, this has not been going to be possible. So I just want to say big shout out to Thal Boutique, Kari Bazaar, Mohammedan Sporting Club, Ottoman Dona, London Tigers, Hawken Eagles, Ummah Aid UK, Campus Group, Quality Food, Paul Simon, Vantage, Fatima Food Bank, Launch Good, and Al Baraka Food.
Excellent. There's something I was going to ask you, but it's escaped my mind. But the places that we mentioned, are there main, if you like, anybody there, contact person who's organizing to sort of cheer you up, or?
Look, we've got certain points where we're doing. We thought about on the route. There are communities that we could have visited. Because of the short planning and the short space we had, we didn't want to come off track too much, especially with such a long distance to cover. So we're going to stay on the route that we've planned and not come off, because we wanted to visit communities and masjids on the way if we could, but time's not going to allow us to do this. But look, like I say, we're going to be on social media.
But if anyone wants to organize, let's say, for example, I don't know, I think one of the, where did you see your, after Enfield, your stop was?
Hereford.
Hereford.
Yeah.
So if somebody wants to organize others to come in a sort of a collective way,
Of course.
they can follow through the HRF.
Through social media, you can contact HRF. And they will give you exactly what time we aim to be there, give and take, how we're doing. Like I say, we're in Buntingford, and then we're in Royston before we hit Cambridge.
Right, okay. Lastly, what inspired you to do this? It's a big task.
Us three here and Brother Anam over there, we've been doing
Brother
this.
Anam sitting behind the screen,
yeah.
we couldn't take him this time. But
we've got something called the Hike and Trekking Club, Hamlets Hike and Trekking Club, and we've been doing it for...
Hamlets because they're Hamlets?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So we've been doing this for a long time now, and we enjoy it. Believe me, like I said, I've got a lot of injuries, but when I go out there, I don't feel nothing. So that's the reason...
I'll believe you when you take me.
No problem. You can
Not 51 miles. All right.
Yeah, no problem.
What inspired you to do this?
We've been planning to do an event with the Hike Club. We've done walks to, Box Hill. We've been in Isle of Wight. We've been in Wales. We've done Peak District. And, we were due another event. We always like to challenge ourselves. Anambai, who's sitting just behind the screens here, he's actually trekked the Sinai Desert in Egypt. He's walked it.
Wow.
So he's got vast experience.
He doesn't look like somebody who could do that.
He's a little man.
Don't judge the book by its cover.
He's a little frame, but he's got lots of power, alhamdulillah.
A big mind.
Yeah, and we push each other. And Ambai's pushed myself and Foyce personally to start walking and to get into where we are now. It's taken a couple of years for us to build up our experience, but alhamdulillah, we're there. Hike and Trek Club, we help loads of charities to do lots of different events, so do contact us through our social media.
সুপ্রিয় দর্শক, আপনারা দেখছেন special edition of Community Matters. Today we discussed Walk for Hope. This is a long walk from East London Mosque in London to Cambridge Central Mosque in Cambridge. More than 51 miles. It will take 20 plus hours. These brothers embarked on this massive task in the hope that they will be able to encourage you and me, all of us, to show solidarity and support their initiative to provide Ramadan food pack to people in Turkey, Syria, Lebanon. All of you who are watching, I urge you, consider making a donation, whatever you can. sponsor a number of food packs if you can. Encourage your friend and family to support this initiative. Of course, if you can, turn up at East London Mosque or Jalalia Jami Masjid or any of the other places. HRF website, Human Relief Foundation. If you Google Human Relief Foundation, you'll find them. Follow them on social media and you'll be able to keep track of where things are. But above all, please make dua for them and for our brothers and sisters all around the world, especially those affected by this devastating earthquake in Turkey, Syria, Lebanon, and that region. That's all from us today. Until next time, take care. Thank you for watching. Thank you, my guests, for their time, and I wish them all the very best. Allah Hafiz.